Okay, people, how we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with Gunmetal Crystal Edge Technology Screens, the Imperial, and our new company, which we're working on, which is the FLE-VT. Um, may just wait until we get the rest of the paperwork back for that and just call the company what it's supposed to be called instead of using an abbreviation for what we call it for. All right, so we're making some changes to our shipping policy. Let me get my stand up where I need to have it at, tell you the truth. Honestly, I should have it where I can see my monitor. Should be nicely better that way. The monitor is there for right now because I'm waiting for my adapter to come in for my projector. This screen we have is a 40-inch glass, and it accommodates two portable projectors at 20 inches per screen. So I got to use a monitor for the time being. I ordered the adapter already for this one right here. It's on its way, so I can use this one and that one. And I actually ordered two portable projectors for testing. Yeah, we got to have we got a whole policy under the portables because again, I don't want someone coming in with a knockoff portable projector and thinking, okay, that worked on there. This will probably work too. No, don't do that, please. At all, just don't do it. All right, it's not going to work. We have a list of projectors that we only use. We got some new ones we're going to add on there, and they got to be tested. We're going to test living daylights out of them. The Magnasonic, or what do you want to call that projector? I had that for 5 years. I literally had that projector for 5 years. You can go back and watch it in previous test demonstrations that we use it on. So that works perfectly fine. Kodak is a camera, what I'm looking at right now. But let's get to what we need to talk about, right? Express shipping. Yeah, we're switching over to express shipping. As I said before, we are not shipping overseas. That's a final decision on all companies' behalf. And the reason why, because we've had problems overseas. Not saying everybody's been a problem. We had some fantastic customers, but like I said, it's extremely hard to fight claims overseas. You have no idea what goes on off camera when I have to deal with this from time to time. And for people saying, oh, yes, everybody has it. You know, I love it when people come in and go, because I have one or two or three customers that may not like the product, or we may have problems from a customer. It doesn't make us bad people. We just go, every company goes through this. Every company, every single company. I love how people try to make it like we're the only ones. Yeah, I bet you $100 you can't basically back your product in court, because I freaking can at the end of the day. That's one thing I love about testing at the end of the day. For people that are quick to point the fingers on when I talk about these things, I can literally, oh, I forgot, we are taking the court on that. We are taking your company to court. I'm literally taking two companies to court for fraud because they misled the customers. So, yeah, good luck on that one. But anyway, let's get back to our express shipping. Because we have people who basically will go in and say, well, look, we request shipbacks. That's where they are. You'll see them in any emails that somebody may try to post. Yeah, they're in there, shipbacks, which we request for you to send the item back so we can test it on YouTube Live. Keep in mind, if I spend the time, man hours to test these products, if I do batch numbers on these products, wouldn't you think I would know that the product works when we ship it out, especially when you're coming out of a 5 to 10 gallon container and other people have it besides you that are not having problems and are displaying testimonies on their products? So yeah, we're going to ask for a ship back. We're definitely going to ask you to send it back to us, because I'm going to put it on a YouTube Live and I'm going to display it on a projector way lower than yours and an environment way brighter than yours, because we know it works. We have some customers that will try to keep the money and our product at the same time. That's what they try to do. They try to get a roar. So I've seen all this. I've seen everything you can possibly think of. So when we request a ship back, it shocks the crap out of them, because they don't realize we're going to paint this thing up live. We tell them what's going to happen. It's actually in our policy on our site. It's called a ship back. We have it right there on the policy of our shipping. If you read through it, it's right there what we do. So if you did anything funny, we're going to know. And then this is going to lead to a lawsuit, because again, we can tell you committed fraud against our company. That's a policy I'm putting in right now. My lawyer, I've been contacting, talking to my lawyer, so you need to have that policy in there, because if you find somebody who does this in the ship back, you bring the product right here, it doesn't act correctly, it shows it's been tampered with, and there's some problems with it, you can charge them for fraud. So again, this is why we request a ship back. And if we didn't do all this testing that was needed, if we cut corners and all the other nonsense, yeah, people could get away with a lot of stuff around us. They really could, but we can back our stuff. Now, as I said before, because of these problems that occur, and it's not all the time, as I showed you, one video I did show what I make, and basically how many returns we get. It's rare. I can go 6, 7 easy months without one return because our product is backed. See, when you make a product called range gain, you can go to court for that. We could take it to court and we could sue the dealer. Anyone could take it to court and sue you for that, because it doesn't exist. You literally can't make these things up. These are things that will get you sued in a hot second, because it's called a not as described. If you have no way to prove or back this up, you can be sued for fraud. You'll see it happen. It's going to happen to a few people when we go to court. So, you have to back this up. You can't make things up. If your product is matching house paint at the end of the day, guess what else you can be sued for? You can be sued for fraud on that too. Because again, it means you misled the customers. You're going to be questioned on how much testing your product was done, how much testing we were doing on these everyday paints. There's a whole lot of stuff that'll come up. So you have to make sure your stuff is all tested. But this also leads, like I said, to the express shipping, and the reason why we've gotten emails, people saying why you're not shipping overseas, is because, we run into these, sometimes we can run into these complications. Easier here in the United States, it's easier for us to prosecute someone, much easier, because you're in the United States. It's easier for us to get to you. I don't care what state you live in, we can get you. Like I said, you live in California, we can reach you. Someone we're already reaching out to, we reached out in California already with a process server, so we can actually reach you in any state. Overseas, it gets complicated, extremely complicated. So with this new FLE technology, and again, like I said, I want as less complications as possible, we decided to basically, we're not shipping any product overseas at all, period. I have no plans on having any companies overseas whatsoever. So with that being said, this is why we changed over to express shipping, because express shipping would be easier. It's easier to do in the United States than overseas. Overseas, this is crazy costly overseas. I spend a lot of money shipping products overseas, thousands and thousands of dollars shipping products overseas. So here in the United States, because we are not doing the overseas shipping anymore, we are now involving the express shipping. Now, I know some people get mad over the overseas and get upset. Hey, I'm sorry. You have to understand, this is business at the end of the day. It costs money. It costs money. You have to understand that. Run a company, open it, run it, see exactly literally how much money it pulls out of you. It costs a lot of money. And I've been shipping overseas for free longer than 12 years. So that shows you my track record on how long I kept it up, as long as I possibly could. And there were days basically where it got to a point where I thought we can't do this. It's too much of a problem. It becomes a problem, So it's harder for me if I have to pursue someone and I had to take them to court for basically trying to do something against my company. It's much harder than pursuing them when they're overseas. It's much easier over the United States. And on top of it, there's a lot of other things around that too, that also too become an issue for us, and it becomes an issue for the customer overseas. If we ask you to ship it back, even though we're going to pay for this is going to cost me twice, actually 3 times the amount to ship it. So I pay for the shipping for it to go over. I reimburse the customer for the shipping coming back, and then I pay for the shipping to send it back over. Do you have an idea how much money I just spent just from that alone by itself? There you go. Or do I let the customer file a complaint? And we have a way to back things up at the end of the day, but having it shipped back and tested on live actually holds a lot of weight. So let them get away with it and keep their money and my product at the same time? No, that's not going to happen at all, period. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to other people that have nothing to do with these things whatsoever have to be caught up in this, but it's a business decision we have to make. So yeah, unless you come here to the US and pick it up, that's the only way, but other than that, we can't. So with that being said, we can now basically entertain the thought of express shipping, which I've been wanting to do for a while, but overseas, it would have killed us on from the door. So yeah, we're switching over overseas. We're flipping over to express shipping. So right now, I got to contact, I got to pop over to the post office anyway. and find out, because for some reason, I don't know why, when I contact United States Postal Service, I can't get anything like on the internet. I can't really get anything too much on what it's going to cost us to do an express shipping. They said starting at 30 bucks. I ain't worried about that. I'm just considering, I'm probably figuring that, is it the express boxes that are 30 bucks? Or is it the large boxes? I don't know. I'll figure it out exactly. But we are going to do the express shipping. Our containers, yes, are going to be different. We're using self-locking containers. These things they're locked. There's actually a couple of seal bags on them. There's also 2 seals. We got protective safety seals on them, because we don't want to go through the nonsense of people doing dumb stuff by saying that, oh, I got this from a customer. This is where it came from them, an angry customer. When keep in mind that there are no receipts, there's no tracking numbers or anything on these individual customers. And keep in mind, we have to bring these individuals to court. This will come up in the courtroom. Actually, my lawyer will bring it up, of requesting the customer's names and information that we're going to request from you. Keep in mind, we have a detailed printout of everybody's ordered the product. So this will get you in more trouble. You better hope that you have that information on hand. Let's get you a lot of trouble. But anyway, yeah. So this time around, all our containers too are going to have these little tracking units on. So basically, we know every single person who's ordered one, and you'll be in the system, which is good. Like I said, people that are not committing acts of wrong, don't worry about these things at all, period. People that are committing acts of wrongs, you need to worry a lot. Because again, as I explained to you before, I'm not going to do the tit for tat. I'm not doing any of that. Anybody didn't, let's put it this way. The original group, they're going to court. That's all to it. They're done. They're finished. They're going to court and have massive lawsuits, criminal charges placed against them. They're done. Anyone new, we're speaking of anyone new. Anyone new, if you figure you want to follow down this road, you'll get a cease and desist order from my attorney. And if you continue on, I'm not going to have a conversation with you. I'm not going to acknowledge your existence. You'll get another court order. A process server will come to your front door, and you'll get something tagged to your door or handed over to you, telling you have to come in court. You're being sued. And then you'll see me. You'll see me in court, because I want to show up. I'm not going to have a representative. I'm going to show up in person for every last one of them, because I want to look you in the eye. That's what I want to do. And I'll sue you for touching my stuff or tampering, whatever the freak you do. But again, as I said before, just a dumb thing to do altogether. But we'll have the shipping, and we're going to have free shipping for the customers. Not free shipping, free express shipping, which we have to change everything over on the site. Some of the things we have to change over on the site. I don't know how the large boxes are going to go yet, so I have to look into that to see exactly what were the large boxes at the end of the day. It'd be so much easier if we break it down to like 250 ounces. 250 ounces is basically a gallon. It'd be so much easier to ship. So much, because the big boxes are huge. But if I do 250s, 250s will fit in a medium-sized box. Yep, that'd be fantastic right there. So this is all the stuff I'm thinking, because it's not just for the online. I'm going to be offline a lot. I'm going to be on site a lot. I'm in the process of already renting out 38 units, which means I'll be in and out on site with this technology just about everywhere and anywhere. And I've gotten business cards, brochures. I've got t-shirts made, because I need a t-shirt. Taco even got one for himself. We got hats made, everything, because, you know, I want my company professional when I walk onto these sites. I got, out of the 38, I got 12 of them that are interested in the technology, and they want to know what it's all about. They're curious about it, especially the office building, because again, if you got all white screens in there and you have to turn out your lights for a presentation, we can basically take a screen and we can bounce it off a table at 50 lumens next to a monitor that tells you right there that at the end of the day, yeah, this is the technology you want to go for in your setup. Can you imagine doing a presentation off your table? That's pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, working on all that. So I got to get all that together. I already got my unit needed. My screen is going to be taken back and forth to do my setups and everything. So we're going to be doing a lot of business offline. And then ad tech is going to be, I say, 100% of our income, literally about 100% of our income, probably 150% of our income. Ad tech is insane. Have you ever seen that stuff eat sunlight? It's advertising technology that you can advertise right off glass. Everybody we tell about this, they go, what? You know, again, people may say, well, they've been had it. Yeah, they've been had it. I've seen this stuff. I've seen this stuff a long time ago, but they don't have anything that takes 100,000 lux of sunlight. See, the problem is when you do window advertising, it has to be a certain time in the day, because a certain time in the day, if you're doing it in direct sunlight, the screen runs a chance of washing out. And keep in mind, people are doing this advertising. Those projectors are like $8,000, 8,000 lumen projectors. They're really powerful machines because they're dealing with everyday outside light. So with the image pushing through the projector and coming out the other end, yeah, they're using 8,000, 7,000, 10,000, 20,000 lumen projectors. These are extremely expensive machines. Where in our demonstration we did for the outside, we were at 5,200 lumens to 4,000 lumens, which is unheard of, especially in direct sunlight. And mind you, they need that much power to deal with not 100,000 lux, just everyday light. Even on a cloudy day, they have to have that kind of power. So when I watch a lot of these demonstrations, it's really dark in the background because, again, any light pushing through the screen is going to disrupt the screen's quality. That's why you can't have a screen sitting right in the center of a well-lit environment, have an image pushing out the other end, because it's affected with the light all around. It's be dark in one section. And they kind of try to, what's the word for how they do it? So it's kind of like if you take a room and you turn out all the lights and you just have the projector in there. And so it's dark enough to generate and produce, make the lumens stronger. So when they transfer and hit the window, the image pushes out better. But if you have lights in the same environment behind the screen where the projector's at, the lumen count drops, which means it gives it a harder possibility of when it hits the window, when it hits the light, it might not have enough lumens to generate. Where our technology, on the other hand, we can be in a fully lit environment on one end and have light hitting to the other end, and the screen will still generate. And that's what I figured out when I was watching all the demonstrations. I just had to figure out how to get around the point of having a screen that could prove that it could generate at all hours of the day. So it has to be a certain time of the day when they can operate the screens. If you look at some of the demonstrations, most of them are done on cloudy days, because on a cloudy day, they can get away with so much. Some of them have these massive awnings over top of them to put that shade in this place, so that way the screen picks up a little better. I've seen that a lot too. So, and then you can go the other way. You can go with TVs, which are freaking crazy expensive, insanely expensive. But with the ad tech technology, and that's the reason why your YouTube indicator was flashing like that, is because we were outside testing. I had to get there about 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to be out there on every hour to have it recorded and timestamp that screen would generate and work 100%. And it did. It was able to work in direct sunlight. So it did it at 5,200 lumens. At 5,200 lumens is quite impressive, because like I said, I've seen a lot higher than that, way higher than that. So yeah, the ad tech is going to bring in millions and millions of dollars. It literally is. We're blessed to have a building already right downtown. It's right in the heart of Allentown, and it's going to basically allow that technology to be displayed. And like I said, even the people who we're talking to who actually own the building, we were showing them what it was. You could see the gears moving in their heads, like, we've got to invest, we've got to get a piece of this, because yeah, it's going to bring a ton of money. I've walked around Allentown, I've seen the advertisement, that kind of like I don't know what it's called. It's like a kind of like plastic kind of design, artwork design they have on the glass and windows and stuff. And imagine just looking at that same thing every single day. It just displays the same thing. Or imagine if you could turn your windows into anything you want. I mean, pizza shop down the street. Heck, you can make a mascot of a pizza man dancing across your screen. You can have a whole commercial right there across your glass. Have it rain pepperonis, all that good stuff. You got a beer distributor, or we have a beer distributor down here. I got to show you this place. I walked past it 4 or 5 times. I didn't even know it was even there. I told you Allentown's weird like that. It's a live, huge, massive bar. It has a bar, but it has a giant where they make their own beer at the top. I got to walk through this thing. I don't even drink it all, but I can sort of walk in and check it out. But I'm looking at their glass windows like, wow, we could actually make it pour beer right off their windows. And people gotta think outside the box. You can go beyond your imagination with ad tech. So it just gives you the ability to do so much. Apple stores, imagine being able to display the Apple logo, changing on the glass, different cell phones popping up, looking at the menus, specifications, commercials of people having the phone, all that cool stuff. And that's what ad tech does. And the beautiful thing about it, it's so sharp and clean. It's beautiful. It doesn't require expensive projectors. So yeah, AdTech is going to make a ton of money. It is. It's going to make a ton of money. And that's just mom and pop stores. And once it hits Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's and Foot Locker and major chains that way, then it's a multi-million-dollar technology right there from the door. Heck, and if you got a smoke lounge, we can make your windows turn to smoke. Yep. And that's the beautiful thing about AdTech. But the thing about it is it takes on direct sunlight. And with that being said, that allows the screen for the store owner. He can run the screen from the day he turns those keys on, when he walks in that store at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock is when you hit the peak hour. Then you start hitting at 1, 2, and 3. This is where it really gets brutal outside. That screen maintains because we have it time stamped. After that, everything else is a cakewalk. Yep. So just imagine what you could do with it. Daycare centers, boy, they could do all kinds of cool stuff with that, man. They can have clouds pop up, little teddy bears running across the screens. Just when I walk around and I see all these different stores, I see AdTech. I see different ways they can advertise that technology on so many different ways. How you can bring your entire business, your window to life. And think about it when the holidays pop up. You can literally make your windows snow if you want. Put in a nice winter wonderland. Halloween, you can have pumpkins. You can make it rain leaves. All that cool stuff. You can do all that stuff with AdTech. And the thing about it, it's the most affordable technology on the market. Right now, we're doing it at 4x4 at $800. Yep. So, yeah, AdTech's going to do quite well, quite well. And we still have the other technologies we're working on. But yeah, as for the express shipping, yeah, we're going to change a lot. And our shipping, some things are going to be changed in the shipping policy. These are all things good for the customers. And we are going to add in the express shipping. I do want to do that because some people have those deadlines that pop up. At least now we have express shipping. You just go in and put the order in and you're good to go. Is this going to cost you anything extra? Nope, we pay for it all. As usual, we pay for it all. I got no problem with paying for it. Like I said, I paid for overseas shipping for almost 12 years. I mean, how much money that is, on literally how much money I put out, but didn't mind doing it because I figure at the end of the day, heck, you got to pay for customs and everything else. Might as well just pay for, we pay for that too. And the same thing I feel over here. I got customers who are investing money in my company. They're buying things from us. Why am I going to charge you for shipping? So we can afford to do express shipping now, which means you get your product 10 times faster. All right. We want to get handling down to a day. We're going to get it down to a day, which means we're going to pre-process our technology. And when your item ships out, that means on the door, you're going to have a batch number right there, and you'll ship out same day. Your tracking number comes over the minute your order comes through. I need things to be faster. I need them to be quicker. I need them for, and the reason why is because, like I said, it was different when I was doing business strictly online. We're going to be doing a lot of business offline. Like I said, with me going into these different places, we'll be advertising AdTech, our technology, just about everywhere we can actually land at. And like, again, with the business cards and whatever else we're going to be passing around, I got several people, associates, that are coming to work with me. They're going to be doing paint-on demonstrations. Some nice, beautiful ladies are going to come in wearing our T-shirts and stuff. They're going to be doing paint-on demonstrations of the black technology. So we're going to have expos coming up, all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to bid into everything we can. Yep. Because right now, black technology needs to make its mark. It really does. It needs to make its mark. Now, we're done on this right here because I don't want to get anything else involved in this when we're talking along with it. But I think the next topic was another thing I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about gain. I really do. I do want to talk about gain because, you know, it's for those people who think 2.0, the 2.0 is old. It's an old gain. It's a very old gain. But we'll talk about that on the 2.0. Is it a newer gain? Is it an older gain? It's actually older. 2.0 has been around for 8 years, literally 8 years. It was around when I was around. It was a 2.0 and 1.0. As a matter of fact, white projection screens have a 2.0. They literally do. But anyway, yep, express shipping, new containers, new way we're packaging everything, how we're setting up everything, how we're shipping things out. We're going to be knocking out our shipping time. We're going to cut our shipping time down so it's much faster. Because I said before, I'm going to be dealing with online and offline orders. And yes, I'm in the process of looking at renting several different units. I need a unit to rent out for my workers. I need a unit to rent out for storage for our products. Yeah, because we have to be able to ship this out on time, on point to different companies and so forth. As for the limited edition, oh man, I don't even know if that's going to be possible. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know how that's going to be possible now. There's just, there's no way. Just this, it's virtually going to be impossible. And the reason why is because we dropped just one of the places that's interested in looking at the black technology is a office building that basically rents out for other companies to come in. Oh yeah, it's going to pay off. I forgot about that. So they have other companies that come in and they rent out their units. And our technology is going to be throughout that entire place. And under the rules, because they can get sued for it. They claim it as their own, get you a lot of trouble. They're willing to advertise that is our technology, which means that at the end of the day, our logos are going to be right up there on top of those screens, and these companies are going to contact us. And this is going to bring us more business. Best business is word of mouth. And the units that they have are huge. Like I said, the place I was working at called the Carrying Place, you can fit six, probably say that's six. You can fit probably 3 of these units in one of their buildings. The building is freaking gigantic. When I saw it, I was like, good Lord, it's a huge building. So I've seen the virtual tour of some of it, not all of it. And she was like, do you need monitors? And I was like, no, we don't need any monitors at all. We're good. And she's like, so what are you using? I said, oh, we have these black projection screens that we need it in the office settings so we can show that the technology basically works fantastic in an office environment, which we did already at the other place. But we did it like in an office setting, like a little office room. I want to do it in a big office room with plenty of windows and lights. And she was like, really? I said, yeah, you can have an office meeting, you can have all your lights on, you don't have to worry about paying for expensive monitors. It doesn't cost money for expensive projectors, none of that. And I sent her a couple of videos and they're very interested. And she said, hey, look, you don't mind if we come in and, check it out when you're done? I said, no, no problem at all. And she says, what kind of screens do you have in there? And all our screens in here are white screens. Of course, they're all white screens. We already know that from the door. So we're going to do one demonstration where we're going to have half of it done with the white screen, half and half, and then we're going to have the other one all fully painted. So with that being said, she said if all works out and we like what we see and it does what it says, that we might want you to paint all the screens we have in here. I will not be painting all the screens that they have in there. They'll hire somebody to go do that because that's not part of what we do. But yeah, they're going to have the screens all coated throughout that entire unit, which means we're going to need more than 10 gallons, more than 20 gallons, more than 50 gallons to process something that big. And then on top of that, they have other units. We have other units in different states. So that's going to be interesting. That would knock out 1,000 gallons in next to no time at all. And then on top of that, with the FLE technology, we have plans for it because it's an all-around screen paint. We have a lot of sports bars up here who have white projection screens. A lot of places up here have no white projection. The art museum, they have white screens in there for their conference room and all that. Yep. It's black technology. It's going to be coated and everything. So yeah, we're going to have to change some things out, to tell you the truth. Ugh. Is it possible to stay a small company and push out large orders? Is that even possible? I do not want to do that, man. I want to do the orders. Don't get me wrong. People, you're sitting there complaining. It's not complaining. It's a lot of work. It's like you don't understand the behind it, the work that comes behind it. It's a lot of work. Most people think about is the money. Money is a far thing from my mind right now. I'm not even thinking about the money. I'm thinking about the time. That's what I'm thinking about. It's not about the money. You have to understand, when you serve God, you don't worry about that kind of stuff. You don't worry about money. You don't worry about this, that, and the other. None of that stuff. What do I worry about that for? You know what I serve at the end of the day? I don't got to worry about that. I don't have those problems. It takes a while to get to that point. They're like, how's your faith that strong? It took me years to get to that point because I did worry a lot. I did worry about money. I did worry about finances and all that stuff. I worried about it. But then the more and more you understand God and the more and more you realize that he is taking care of you this long, like he's going to drop you on your face. Yeah, don't let the devil come in and tell you dumb stuff at the end of the day. If God's been there from day one and he's going to be there forever, that's how it's going to work. put your faith in him, and that's it. You just get to a point in your life where you realize that everything is taken care of to him, so there is no worries about that at all, period. You're taken care of. So it's not money. It's not finances. It's not none of that. It's basically time. Time is the one thing that you can't spend more money to get of, and it's the one thing that you basically can never have enough. It's gone. It's gone. So it's like I don't want to spend. I don't want a big company. I don't want any of that at all, period. I don't want tons of people working underneath me. I don't want nothing. I'd scare the living daylights out of me. I just don't want it. I want a simple mom and pops that can handle the demand. That's what I want. Small work crew. That's what I want. I don't want chains of stores, and that's why I don't want branches and stores in every state. I don't want that. I want something where I have my website and it collects all the information and we do it right from there. I don't want distributorship contracts, none of that. Keep it simple. That's what I want. Besides, I tried the contracts already. They're headaches. They're definitely headaches. I'm not interested anymore. Definitely want to do it. All right. I don't run down the time here too much. We're happy about the express shipping. I got to go over to the post office. I have to get some information because the online going there didn't give me much information. It just gave me that the price point starting is $30. But what are we talking about? $30? Are we talking about an envelope? Are we talking about a flat rate box? I do know the flat rate boxes are express, so that's good because that means it's the same price anywhere we ship and United States, which we're only going to the United States Postal Service only. Anybody else is going to call charges by zone, which means you charge more here or there. Let me see. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out which starts up with what. Let's get about that. My bad. So if it's we could do that at that price. $70 is not a problem. We could do that with no problem. That's not an issue. The issue is basically, what are we talking about here? All right, so I got researcher doing this. I'll call them up or pop in today and then basically get all the information needed. And then we'll be good from there. But we are definitely going with Express. We definitely are going with Express 100%. And it is going to be free shipping as always. And it will come with the free LED lights. If you saw those cool rope lights, these things are pretty cool. I freaking love these things. It does come with a free set. So we'll be ready to launch on the 9th of this month. And yeah, we'll have the express shipping all ready to go. I got a lot of updating to do on the site. It does come up to whatchamacallit too. It does come up in shipping stations. So to PayPal, it does pop up as one of the options as express shipping. Which I can do a test right there. Might as well do a test right there. Usually you have a dollar shopping cart and we'll activate it, and then I'll make a purchase off $1, go over there and see how much a transaction will cost me from there on a test shopping cart, which I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the dollar shopping cart. I'm not gonna say when. I literally had we had a dollar shopping cart open. We did it late at night. Somebody saw it and put an order in. We had to return the money. Like, no, it's a test. It says test. Literally says test over top of it. Don't be slick. How dare you? So yeah, we're working on that next. Also too, something I want to add real quick, the portables. Yes, I'm so excited about the portables. Man, I've worked with so many venue projectors and home theater projectors and ultra short throw projectors. I have never really dabbled in the portables. Yeah. Yeah. I got this stand coming and I can't wait to get this stand. It kind of hovers over top, so it stands over top the screen. I ordered this new stand. As a matter of fact, let me bring you guys over here. So I ordered a new stand. I can't wait for it. So it'll lean over top my table. I can set my phone in. You can see the tabletop display. This is the portable 50 lumen projector. This is my Maxsonic, if I'm saying it correctly. It is a 50 lumen projector, 720p. It is, did I say 50 lumens already? Yeah, 50 lumens, 720p projector. Freaking loving this. So this is fantastic because, as I said before, I wanted to do glass projection screens. The screen you're seeing right there is an old window. It's a 40-inch. It'll fit 2 of the portables on there. Well, I won't use this monitor anymore. And yeah, we're going to come up with our own portable screens at 40 to 50 inches. These are going to be fantastic for people who have the RV life because, you know, they don't want a big screen. We're also going to have another screen you can set up outside for that too on top of that, but we're working on that too, so it's another package. But we're going to have one for the RV life, the van life, also two for tiny homes. Oh yeah, these are going to be fantastic for tiny homes. And we're testing out a couple of projectors, some newer ones, to see how they react. None of those, these are projectors with it. We said newer ones like Kodak. That's something that's been around for a while. You know what I mean? This is Brookstone. I've used Brookstone quite a few times, and we look for that DLP symbol right there, because without that DLP symbol, we don't touch them. The LED projectors are absolutely awful without the DLP. They come up too dark. They don't read correctly. We have too many problems with them. They do make high-end projectors. Some by BenQ made by LED, but no, I'm not a big fan of LED. I guess buy one newer one and see what happens. But other than that, not a big fan of it. But anyway, so yeah, we want to get into the portable projectors. So I'm doing some portable projector testing and demonstrations on site and off site, so we can show off some of the wait, isn't off site the same thing as on site? But on site would it be on site? That's what it'd be. All right, so we're gonna do some portable projector setups. So I can't wait to do testing on that. So the biggest screens we're going to do with that is going to be 40 to 50. We may do a 20-inch. I think I'm doing 20-inch. This, and again, this makes it so much easier because I wanted to make a glass gamer screen at 40 inches, which are fantastic for gaming off of. But figuring out where to put the projector, because the projectors are huge we're using here, and any home theater projector is just going to be overbearing. And on top of that, your head's going to be in the way. It's going to bounce off your screen. You're ultra short throw. It's going to be too big, too bulky. And the portable projectors are fantastic because the portable machines can just fit right down a tripod right in front of your screen, and boom, it just looks fantastic. I freaking love it. So we're going to be doing some more of those. All right. Well, with that being said, I got to go. Oh, you see my projector, my power PC parts over there? I ripped apart one of my PCs. I'm actually going to convert it into the ultimate RetroPie gaming system. It's going to be submerged under vegetable oil. Submerged RetroPie gaming system. I'm building one. It's going to have LED lights and everything on it. The pretty cool retro pink and blue and pastel colors and all that cool stuff. 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
This one. Ole. Wawa's leveling up their rewards program. Now, you can earn points on fuel and other everyday items. Like your morning coffee.
You know what's interesting about this projector? It has no menu at all, period. There's no brightness, nothing on it. It's just simple, volume up, volume down. That's it. That's it. I think there was 150 limits of this particular projector, but this one's 50. And for those you don't know, this right here is my sheet of plywood. Yeah, the entire table is nothing but an old dirty piece of wood. It's a sheet of plywood. And the screen behind it is a glass window. I mean, the motorized projection screens, I know we're fine all that. We've done it to death. We've done motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens. I think I'm going to have a fun just building screens out of just everyday junk, like cardboard boxes. As a matter of fact, I got a stack of cardboard boxes around here somewhere. Large boxes. I'm gonna make myself a cardboard projection. That's too big. I gotta buy the other ones instead. The ones that are thinner. I need those. I'm gonna make a cardboard projection screen. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now I figure I do it in a different direction because there's more, and people get more. Like I said, I get more of an impact if you find a screen's made out of 100% styrofoam, or if it's made out of cardboard. It's made out of an old dirty window, an old sheet of wood. It tells you at the end of the day, well, gee whiz, if he's doing that with this stuff at the end of the day, and mind you, we're not doing like, you know, demonstrations. We're showing you standalones. We're showing you against a white surface and gray paints and science certified gunmetal screens and fully lit environments, all that cool stuff. You know, low entry level projectors and all that stuff. So if we could take pretty much anything we want and convert it into a screen. Imagine what you could do with it. So of course, I mean, get people say, "Well, does it work on a motorized projection screen?" Yeah, it'll work on a motorized projection screen, definitely. Fixed frame, motorized, your wall, your ceiling, your floor, your car door, whatever you want to paint it on at the end of the day. Paint on your screen door. You can work the same way too, also too. Paint on anything. Literally, I've made screens out of trash bags before. Black trash bags. Literally made a screen out of that. Shower curtains, blankets, bed sheets, just about everything. Yep.
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
It's all here.
Hours.
You ever watch a mine where they have them, if I'm saying it correctly, and they act like they're trapped inside of this box? This is how people are that have projection screens that you only get about 30% of your machine's capability. You're trapped in a box. You're stuck in there with rules and regulations. You can't paint it to the ceiling. You're not going to the ceiling with the gray or white screen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And you're definitely not painting it to the floor, because too much light hits the floor. Not going to happen either. You're not taking it outside, because they wash out even faster out there. And any projector you use is completely useless. It is what it is. Projector mapping applications, gaming, none of that stuff works at all. So you're trapped in that box. Where people have our technology, they're way outside the box. They can go anywhere they want to go. And once the FLE technology launches, the one with the front and rear, they can hit 100,000 lux of light and still withstand with no problem. It'll be a difference between my customers' demonstrations, which will be in fully lit environments, as they are now. My customers are all in fully lit environments. Some are even outside. Some people are so stuck inside the box. Now with the portable setups, all white screens. Every single one of the portables are all white screens. Never good. Wait a minute. Yep. Oh. So I need that. Huh. Here we go. I'm not sure if this is hard. I have no nails. I cut my nails all the time. Okay. I'm trying to fold this on a corner. Gee whiz. Fight with paper like there's no tomorrow. There we go. So I can at least grab it. Yes, all the portable screens I've seen, every last one of them were just white screens. You can see how much that cheats the projector. A lot. So our portable projection screens are going to be amazing. Let me see.
Infused with nourishing serum and almond oil, Nivea essentially.
And they got a whole freaking commercial in there. When I see like 18 minutes in there, like you got a whole commercial in there. There we go. See? And let's do my personal favorite. I love this stuff right here. Copyright free, background, video, abstract, visual.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're going to use these in all our demonstrations. Person who made this, thank you so much. Fantastic and amazing job. Ronnie did a nice job on this. You ever watch these things? These things are absolutely amazing. These things actually move. Like they slowly move. All this changes. It slowly changes it to something else. So one minute you're looking at these spheres, and then as they start to turn, they change into something else. I spent all day long staring at these things. These things are incredible. These are going to look fantastic on our front and rear black screens. But when that projector hits it, you can see the image pop through the one end and out the other end. Oh my goodness. And the colors are absolutely gorgeous for our technology. Now you can't see that right there. Now you can see it. See, there's a woman there right there. When the spear turns, everything just slowly changes. I don't know how the freak they did this, but hey, it's absolutely beautiful. And now you can see the white surface. Yeah, It doesn't do the projector any justice at all. 15-lumen projectors work quite well. They do. The only problem is they're just cheated because, again, you know, a lot of these companies will display their screens on white surfaces, and that's the last thing you want to do. That'll just wash your screen out. All right, people, gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the free shipping. I'm sorry, free shipping, but express shipping. I got some phone calls to make, but I want to come in and have a discussion about Gain. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Oops. All right, there. There we go. Button over here.